Welcome back, everyone. This is Charles Wallingford with another cigar pairing. And if this is your first time watching me, thank you so much for clicking on my video. Tonight, tonight we have a lot of firsts. So many firsts. I don't want to mess anything up. Let's talk about what I'm pairing tonight. Starting out, we have the Oliva Serie V Meliano. This is a cigar I paired not too long ago with a what was that that was a aged rum, a Añejo rum, and that pairing was absolutely awesome. This is one of my favorite cigars of all time, and you can also find more about this cigar in not only with that pairing video, but also one of my top 5 videos also, and I'll have that up there for you to check out. Now, what we have here alongside of the Meliano is the Crown Royal Noble Collection Cornerstone Blend. This is the first time I'm having a cigar for the second time as far as a pairing, and this is the first time I have Crown Royal. I would think pairing this Noble Collection Cornerstone Blend will be worthy of this cigar. Now, here's the next thing. The next thing is I usually practice, I usually rehearse, and I do a slight pairing on my own to make sure the pairing is at least a good pairing. But tonight is a cold pairing. But from what I know about myself, about my palate, and what I know about this cigar, we should have a very good pairing. All right, I'll get back to you once this cigar heats up and we're in the first third. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the first third. So, first of all, why did I decide to do this pairing? The idea behind this pairing, I also always associate with a food item that's already present. And so, in this Crown Royal, you will have flavors of apple, toasted grains, caramel, and well, that's it. Apples, toasted grains, and caramel for the most part. There's other small hints that might come through, but all those things are present. I can taste every single one of those. Sometimes when advertisers or critics, they talk about what flavors and what hints are coming through, a lot of us are like, I don't know where you're coming from. I don't taste any of that. It tastes like alcohol. It tastes like Crown Royal. But I actually can taste those things coming through. The flavors that come off on this cigar tend to be a coffee, cocoa flavor that I love. Now that doesn't all the time go with apple, but also you have a caramel or toffee type flavor that comes through also. And caramel apples go great together. And that's why I went with this pairing. Not to leave out, there's also flavors of cedar, espresso, and leather. It's also a flavor that you're gonna have in this cigar. With this pairing, I found out that it's important which order that you go through. The order makes a huge difference. If you have the cigar, then the distilled spirit, it's okay. It doesn't taste like anything, and there's a lot of canceling out. But if you drink, then smoke, then all the flavors are going to be amplified. And I'm taking in one of the things that was a knock on this Crown Royal is the finish. The finish tends to be very short. It doesn't carry on. And a lot of good pairing consists of an alcohol that has a distilled spirit that has a good finish, a long finish. And actually, I'm getting a sweet finish. And with this combination, I'm getting a strong vanilla flavor, and I love that. So that strong vanilla flavor coming through also makes this pairing awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the first third. I'll come back to you once we get into the second third. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're in the second third. All right, let's talk about why this combination is working. Now, your first thought process is chocolate or coffee usually doesn't go with apples. Chocolate and caramel go together well, and you do get a caramel flavor, but the apple flavor is the first thing, the more dominant flavor that's coming through. It's not like I'm drinking apple juice, by no means. But let me tell you something. This cigar being in the Figurado is a rather large cigar. It's basically a Churchill size, meaning you're gonna have a long smoke. And with a long smoke, your palate can fall asleep. It's like if you were to drink chocolate milk alongside of a big hunk of chocolate cake. And that big hunk of chocolate cake, it just takes a long time for you to eat. And it's great, but it doesn't taste as good as the first couple forks full. Your first taste of it, it is awesome. But at the end, it's gonna taste like, not really gonna taste all that special. So what you have to have something to wake up your palate. And by having a flavor like apples and the different flavors that are coming out with this Crown Royal, it's waking up the palate. So that's why I'm getting a better flavor after I drink and then I smoke. And again, that vanilla flavor in the second third, it's working out real nice. Now, I'm not getting much of a transition, just the cigar tends to smooth out a little bit, and it did in the second third. And it's an awesome cigar anyway. So all in all, I would recommend this pairing. And if I'm going to recommend this pairing, let me give you the score. Okay, first of all, this is not the best pairing I've ever had. This is barely a perfect pairing, but it is a perfect pairing. So with the perfect pairing, I give this a score of 92. With a score of 92, first thing you're gonna have to understand, this is not the score of what somebody thinks the cigar and the distilled spirit together perform together, what they would add up to. Nothing like that. You could have a great cigar and a great distilled spirit individually and not have a great pairing, a perfect pairing, or a high score. With the score of 92, that's what I'm giving it, a score of 92, this pairing together is really good. It's not some of the best I've ever had, but it is really good. And what makes something a perfect pairing, the number one thing is, do I get a different flavor once I put them both together? And I absolutely do. I'm getting the full flavor of the distilled spirit. I'm getting the full flavor of the cigar. Now, I'm only getting the full flavor of the cigar after I had a sip of this distilled spirit, and that gives it the great score. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you like this pairing. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this is your first time with me. And I always end it with something really fun, nice, or motivating. So today I'm going to end it with, I have to go. I'm missing Westworld. I'm Charles Wallenberg.